Clean up your mess. Well, hello, Glue Troopers. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm home for a couple of days, had some things to take care of. The simulators are busy, so they gave us a couple of days to go back home and study, so I've been doing that. Training's going pretty well so far. I've been in the Paper Tigers and learning my flows, and in the flight training devices, sort of an open top simulator that doesn't move, but the gauges and switches work, and learning all of our systems, and have a oral test on the systems when I go back, and then we'll start into programming the FMS and getting into the actual procedures, the flows and everything. So it's proceeding. Very, very, very busy, drinking from the fire hose, but it's coming together. So my wife, while I was gone, had ordered and had made a magnetic sign for Tarbus 2.0. And that it looks great. Unfortunately, we don't yet have the permit, so we're still waiting. And, it is what it is. The government moves at its own pace. So I was working, the little bit of model building I did do today was just before I left my B-25 Mitchell from the B-25 build. The nose gear, just sitting on the shelf, the nose gear had managed to break, probably from the shelves being moved and the model being taken out and put down. And it's amazing how a model sitting on a shelf can break, but we've all seen one that a bomb just fell off or a wheel fell off or something. It happens, glue bonds break. Well, I put a pretty respectable glue bond on this one using the thick Tamiya glue and let it set for the 3 days I was down in training. So when I came back, it was fairly secure, but I realized that one of the reasons it probably had been damaged is because the model's so big that when I put it on the shelf, the tail was backing up to the back of the shelf, putting some pressure on it. So I removed the lanyards that were holding the nose gear down and positioned it on the shelf now where there's not so much pressure on the gear. And I also, speaking of doing a little bit of model building, I got this from Bill Campbell up in Canada. This is a tool some of you are probably familiar with, a company that makes them that you can, when you're building propellers, it helps you align props, whether you're doing a 5-bladed or whatever. I think that's a neat tool, and I'm sure everybody has their own technique for doing something like that. And for also, and completely unrelated, I just thought this was a funny little gag. I wound up getting a plastic bag with this contamination thing on it, so bio-waste, and I was like, I'm calling this one When Godzillas Have to Clean Up Their Mess. Anyway, and one more thing, just for your own edification, our old house is up on Zillow. I'm putting the listing here. And if you want to, a professional photographer came out and took pictures and everything. And if you want to see the old house now that's all empty, and including the Tarbus, the original Tarbus, he took some really nice photos of the inside now that it's all empty. And of course, I left a little memorabilia up there that was just glued to the wall. It wasn't coming down. So there you go. There you have it. Well, anywho, tomorrow afternoon, I go back and I'm right back in the thick of things. So I thought I would just plug out this quick video while I could. You guys take care of yourselves. I hope you're doing well. And as always, model on.